Welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio, where we bring you conversations with the top business minds on Long Island and around the nation every week. Featuring expert consultants and small business owners who have found success but are also willing to share their top tips, failures, and give gritty, matter-of-fact advice based on their firsthand experience. Now, let's get down to business on Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Hello, and welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Ray Schwetz, AVP of NEFQ Business Banking, along with Donyshia Boston Hill, CEO, Keeper of the Brand, Marketing and Digital Agency. And we're focused on being the premier resource for business and entrepreneurship.
Ray and I bring you weekly business tools, tips, advice, and services that help you grow your business. Plus, we interview the top business leaders in the industry.
So, a lot going on this week.
It is a lot going on. I've been waking up 5:30, 6 o'clock and hitting the track.
Okay.
Doing a lot of walking, briskful walking. You know,
better than me.
I have a goal of just a few pounds to take down, you know, healthy eating.
You know, I was doing good, and then I found the Quisp cereal. You ever have that?
No.
I bought a case of Quisp cereal now.
Okay,
so I'm good through Saturdays of 2029, I think.
I think so.
But, you know, what are you going to do? So, you know, I got to do things, I guess, to make up for that.
I think you do. So are you working out? In your mind?
Yeah. I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get you on track.
I'll get there.
You know, you got three little, princesses that need you to be around a little bit longer.
No, exactly. Well, no, they keep me busy, that's for sure.
Well, that is true, because you're all over the place. I see you on social media. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even keep up with this guy.
Yeah, I need cloning.
Can we figure that out?
Yeah.
Because, oh my gosh, my clone, she'll be like a 24, 36, 28.
You're the only person busier than me.
Ooh, I doubt that.
Actually, my kids are busier than both of us.
I think so.
That's what I'm just trying to keep up with them. Anyway, so you let's jump into success chat. Let's try that.
I think so. So I'm hearing, that your body can stand almost anything. If it's your mind that you have to convince.
Yes, that works.
I'm trying to convince myself every single day. Walk more, drink more water.
Well, we have someone who's going to help both of us with that.
I think so.
Yes. So I'm very excited. Providing us with business empowerment today is our guest, Dr. Michele Reed, the Fit Doc. So, Dr. Reed is a board-certified family medicine physician. She's a public speaker, a best-selling author. She serves as the owner and medical director of MS Family Medicine Healthcare PC, a holistic practice that serves diverse communities through 2 office locations in New York. She has an unyielding passion for living her best life and motivating her patients and peers to join her on her journey. She's deeply rooted in the fabric of the community where she spearheads health initiatives. In the spring of 2014, Dr. Michele was appointed a fellow to the Office of the National Coordinator for Health IT under the Department of Health and Human Services. Wow. The synergy of medicine and fitness allows Dr. Michele to provide a holistic experience for patients, incorporating training and exercise into their wellness program. I definitely need that. Preventative health care and lifestyle change are the tenets of her work. So, Dr. Michele, thank you very much for coming today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Ray, Mr. Crispic Cereal, and Donyshia, who's hitting the track.
That's right. That's right. We're so happy. So, we see you and hear about your extensive bio and how you're involved in the community. And we know that, to be a doctor must have been a long journey. What sparked you to go into the medical profession, and how did you get where you are today with 2 practices? I mean, talk to us a little bit about that.
Yes. Well, life for each of us is a long journey. It's going to be filled with ups and downs, but I knew when I was about 5-6 years old I wanted to be a doctor, and that was because of my doctor, Dr. John Branchy, right in Hempstead, and along with Dr. Greta Rainsford. So those were the 2 doctors that are pediatricians that you went to as you were growing up. So I went to Dr. Branchy, and I found out later in life that when I met my husband, he went to Dr. Rainsford.
Wow. Small world.
So when you have a relationship with people, that sort of inspires you. So we had a really good relationship with our doctor, and he was always so kind and helpful. And whenever you weren't feeling right, he made you feel better. And so I liked that, and I decided that's how I wanted to be. So that's when I decided I wanted to be a doctor. It's about 5-6 years old.
Wow.
Nice.
So you knew right away.
I did. And I really think that's why it's key that we start to mentor our young children in elementary school. It's about exposure. So whatever we expose them to at a younger age, that's what they decide that they might decide they want to go into too.
Yeah. So we got to do less screen time and more fit time.
That is right. Yeah. That is right. More family time. Family time together. Because that way you get a chance to see what your child likes to do. Mm-hmm. What are their interests? Maybe they wanted to go, I'll just say, play hockey, but they don't know how to ice skate. So you take them take them ice skating. You do things as a family so we can all stay fit together.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Besides the Crisp Fix cereal.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll limit it to Saturday mornings, I promise.
Well, I think you're doing that with your girls. I mean, I see them, you're taking them to horror movies and on the circuit. So you're doing it.
Yeah. We try to do a lot together.
Influence it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what is your mission as the Fit Doc?
Well, my mission as the Fit Doc is to make sure that we stay healthy and fit in all aspects of our life, mentally, physically, spiritually, and sexually. Because if one of those aspects is lacking, that affects our overall health. So if a patient comes into my office and they're saying that they're having a headache, are they having a headache because they have high blood pressure that wasn't diagnosed, or maybe they had too much salt the night before? Because we know Friday nights everyone does takeouts. So first thing Saturday morning, my patients have high blood pressure because of all the salt in the food. So what is it that's triggering it? Maybe they just had an argument with their spouse. Maybe they're not happy with their job. Maybe their child just did something to them. So we're looking at the overall picture of a person because that affects their health.
I don't know what you're talking about. None of those things happen in my life.
Really? So you know what? We all need to move in with you, Greg. But then again, I don't think I could live off that cereal.
No.
He's already outnumbered with three women in the house.
I can tell I'm in trouble with Dr.
Four.
Fit. I can tell it already.
You're outnumbered.
Yeah. No, you know what? But everything you're saying, it makes total sense to me. Now, you're a woman on a mission. To the people who are listening, how would you explain your mission?
Well, as a doctor in medical school, you learn how to treat people. We don't really learn how to diagnose things. So when I became a doctor, I noticed during residency that we're seeing the same patients coming in with hypertension, diabetes, being overweight, high cholesterol, kids being diagnosed with prediabetes, which is an early form of diabetes if we don't get it under control. So I'm like, wait, all we're doing is catching them when they have a problem. Why don't we focus more on the prevention aspect of it?
So that's how you're fulfilling it.
Yes, okay. And I've always been into exercise. I mean, I ran track from elementary school all the way through high school. When I was in college at Stony Brook, the coach let me join the team. I didn't make it to any meets. I told him, I was like, on weekends, I have to work and I have other activities in the community that I have to do. I just want to stay healthy. I just want to stay fit. I want to maintain my body. So I've always been into exercise. So it was a natural progression for me as a physician to take the medicine and put in a twist where we focus more on prevention as opposed to treatment. And then let's incorporate more movement, because that's something that growing up, I remember our parents would say, go outside and you don't come inside till you hear me call your name or the sun starts going down. And that's when before it gets dark, you better head inside. So that's how it was. But now you have the kids who are sitting there playing their video games, and they'll do their video games when their parents are sleeping. Right. So now it's trying to get everyone to be more active, not just the child by itself, but the entire family unit.
Well, it's a different world, you know.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, it used to be that, you'd go out and you wouldn't come back until dinner time. But nowadays, every play date is arranged. Everything is scheduled. It's tougher.
And play dates are more so doing things inside at somebody's house.
You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm Ray Schwetz, along with Donyshia Boston Hill, and our guest today is Dr. Michele Reed, the Fit Doc. Now, you have a full care concierge service, so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, as a family practice doctor, I take care of patients from birth all the way to geriatrics. So what we like to do is, because we're a private practice, is to give you individualized attention. We focus just on you. When you're in the room, we're in the room focused on you. We take our time. We truly listen to you. Some patients will say, coming to your office is not like going to any other office, because you ask us questions that most people don't ask us about. We care about how you're doing in school. We know there's bullying. We know there's cyberbullying. So kids, we talk to them about are kids teasing you? You're not at a healthy weight. What are your eating habits? How much gym time do you get at school? So if you're only getting gym twice a week at school, you're exercising every day, right? Your parents are exercising with you. So we're starting conversations that most people aren't doing. We even do blood work in the office there. One of the things that I like to do is whenever I see that there's something going on in the community, I try to invite our patients to the thing. So we've had Ian Smith, Sonny Anderson come in, and we've done book readings with them, and free, no charge at all to our patients and the community. Every year we normally do with the JFK Rotary Club, there is a 5K that they do. They close down one of the runways.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that.
That's right. Close down one of the runways at JFK Airport, and you run a 5K. You can walk or you can run, but at least I know for that one Sunday in April, my patients, usually over 200 of them, show up and they do this run.
That's so cool. I can see my kids loving that.
Yeah. And running for towards the airplane.
Yes.
So I love your approach because it's interesting. One of the things that's always a challenge for my family, always being on the go. So my middle child does gymnastics. She is in the gym 4 hours every day.
Wow.
Yeah. Except Tuesdays because she has drum lessons.
Okay.
And on Saturdays. And yet it's still kind of a struggle to balance everything. So what kind of advice would you have for somebody like that where it's, you're constantly on the go? Like, how do you balance yourself with that going on?
Well, the key thing is to make sure your nutrition is on par because 80 to 85% of your health is what you eat. So with her, you need to make sure she's staying hydrated. She's eating from all the different food groups.
Right.
And that's key because a lot of people think, all I need is protein because everyone's into these diets now. I don't believe in diets. I believe in lifestyle changes. Something that is going to be thing that you can start from day one to carry on until you die.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that part of your simple solution for being fit?
Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, it doesn't have to be complex. We already know everything that we need to do. It's just that we have to change our mindset about how we see our health. And that's the key thing. Because if I say, all right, now let's start doing some jumping jacks, you'll be like, oh, no.
I know.
I just did this and this and this. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just stand and we're going to move our arms and our legs at the same time. I said it differently. So you were more receptive. You're like, yeah, what is she talking about? Yeah, we're going to listen to her. So it's changing the mindset of how you see health. So your daughter, she's focused. She wants to be a top level athlete. So you have to make sure she's eating right. You have to make sure she's getting her sleep. Because 4 hours of it being in the gym, that's intense.
Yeah.
So when she's in the gym exercising, her parents exercising too?
Negative.
No.
Well, the thing too is, it would be helpful. I'm not saying that you have to be doing all the black back flips and everything that she's doing, but also show that you're motivated to be healthy. Because what is her life going to look like in 20 or 30 years from now? She's going to look at your pictures.
Right.
She's going to look at where you are now. So you want to give her a positive outlook as she gets older. You still need to be active because guess what? Mommy and daddy are active too.
Right. That's a great point.
I'm fit and fierce. So you know what? One of my twins, who is 15 years old, he woke up and he came into the room today. Well, I woke up and he came into the room and it was probably like around 7:45 and he's all dressed. And I said, "You're going to school early?" He's like, "No, I just got back from the gym."
Nice.
I was like, "You just got back from the gym?" I said, "How'd you get there?" And he's like, "Daddy took me." So the two of them were at the gym at 5 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's finals week, but you know what? He wants to play basketball. He wants to look good. He wants to be strong. So he's being dedicated to it.
And he lives with the Fit Doc. You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio. Our guest today is Dr. Michele C. Reed, the Fit Doc. My name is Donyshia Boston Hill, along with Ray Schwetz on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
I started writing my letters so I can leave something for my children after I'm gone. I wrote letters for their 8th grade graduation, then their high school graduation. I wrote about all the qualities that I love about them, that I don't want them to forget.
No mom should have to write letters to her children because she has stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. Susan G. Komen, Gift to Research. Save lives. BeMoreThanPink.org.
And welcome back to Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation, on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Donyshia Boston Hill, along with Ray Schwetz, and our guest today is Dr. Michele C. Reed, the Fit Doc.
So I'm holding in my hand Dr. Michele Reed's book, Mentally Fit, Physically Strong. So very cool. Tell us a little bit about the book.
Well, the book is my gift to the world about how to stay healthy, how to stay fit. And like I was saying earlier, it's really a mental and a physical component to this journey of being healthy. So what I decided to do was it has a running theme. So each chapter starts off with a running theme.
Okay.
So the first chapter is a starting line. What does the starting line look for you? Last year, maybe you were exercising, maybe you weren't exercising, maybe you were eating right, maybe you were getting your sleep,
right.
Maybe you were motivated because you wanted to earn $1 million that year. So what I decided to do is at the end of each chapter, ask you questions. So I'll talk a little bit, but then I'll ask you questions about what's going to be the difference where you are now as opposed to last year and how we can work together. And so it's more like a journal.
Right. I gotcha.
Nice. Sounds like it's a nice, easy read.
Oh, it's a perfect, easy read. Only 6 chapters. One of my good friends who's an allergist, he bought about 20 copies for his office, and he left them there in the waiting area. People walked off, took them, which he wanted them to do, and he went and purchased more. So it's a really easy read, and some people, because of that, it has really, truly started their fitness and their health journey.
Yeah, I think you got to keep things kind of simple and interactive to engage people.
It is.
And it sounds like, and I'm looking forward to reading the book. So this way, when we have you back at some point,
You'll be a little fit.
Yeah, we can see where I went from the starting point and where I'm at now, and you know.
Well, it sounds like you have what they call the Fit Crew. And some of your
Yes.
Fit Crew team members are at this amazing wellness retreat that you do annually.
Yes. So what we have is the Fit Doc Wellness Retreat. It's in Montego Bay at the beautiful Half Moon Resort. I know some people are like, oh, we go every year to vacation in Jamaica or Puerto Rico or any part of the Caribbean. But I'm like, this is a retreat. This is where we truly remove you from your environment and we just focus on you. And last year we focused on women. This year we're focusing on men and women, because mentally, physically, sexually, financially, if we are not right, that will affect our overall health. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some yoga. Yes, we're going to be doing fitness.
I was going to say, this is not like a sit back and relax.
No, you are actually going to be working your mind, your body, your soul, because you are the boss of your transformation. And that's the theme of our retreat. Be the boss of your transformation. So we'll be doing some yoga. We'll be doing some boot camp. Matter of fact, boot camp will be with Nico Fit, who's really, really good. As a result of him working out with us, some of the young ladies have picked him up as their trainer. We have Dr. Aldwin Tart, who is a psychologist who I've worked with from before. He's in Atlanta. He's going to be our relationship, our single, our married people, real key. Let's get in tune with being ourselves before we try and have a relationship with somebody else. And once you get in the relationship with somebody else, we're going to talk about sex.
Okay.
So Gwen Butler, who is a sex therapist right here from Long Island, she's going to be talking about sex, and then we're going to have a urologist there. Because we know as we get older, for men and for women, that our bodies are different. So how do we stay in tune with the different changes that our body is going through, and what do we need to do to maintain that, or just to be healthy overall in general? So we're really, delving in. I didn't tell you everybody, but we're delving in on those topics because those topics are key to everyone. And we're going to still have some fun.
Oh, cool. And it sounds like, just watching you on social media, they come from all over the world, all over the country to attend your annual retreat.
Yes.
So that's fantastic.
Yes.
Now, that said, also, you have deep roots in the community. So tell us about your work with in the community, in the school boards and such.
All right. Yes, I do have deep roots. I graduated from the Malvern School District, and I've been the school district physician for Malvern for 19 years.
Wow.
And as a result of the work that I've done with Malvern, I've also picked up other school districts. So I'm also the school district physician for Roosevelt, and then I am the staff physician for Hempstead School District. So I really enjoy being in the community because as a physician who grew up on Long Island, I have patients that come from all over to see me. And the fascinating thing is I've seen some of them grow up. They've graduated from college. They're married. They have kids. They've gone on to law school. They've gone on to medical school. So I really, truly feel, because I've been a doctor for over 20-something years, that I've seen these people grow up. And it's truly amazing. I think my kids are getting tired of traveling with me. Even when we venture outside of Long Island, we're always running into someone who is like my patient.
Oh, yeah.
So my kids are like, do you know them? Is that your patient? I'm like, I didn't say that. Because you're not going to get me in trouble. But I enjoy it. And I think, too, that my patients, they enjoy that and their families enjoy it because guess what? I'm a family practice physician. So I'm truly embodying being a physician for the families of the area.
You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of National Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Our guest today is Dr. Michele Reed, the Fit Doc. So you also have a wellness group. Mm-hmm. You want to talk a little bit about that?
So we have the Fit Doc Wellness Group on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And really it's an offshoot of two different things. The people who are on Facebook that are following me, mm-hmm. and then it's also a offshoot of patients in the office who decided that, yes, I see you as my doctor, but you know what? I don't want to wait until 3 months or a year to see you again. I want to have a deeper relationship because you're talking about exercising, you're talking about eating right. I want to be able to check in every now and then to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So that's how we developed the Fit Doc Wellness Group. So our first thing we had a virtual 7-day challenge. So we talked about changing how you eat. Let's introduce a new food every day.
Okay.
Let's encourage you to drink more water because most people don't drink enough water. I know the two of us, you and me, Ray, we both have our bottle of water here.
All right, DB, I'm bringing one every Friday from now on.
Yeah, which one of these people don't belong here? Stop.
But then, but we talked about that. Try a different exercise. Let's maybe get you doing things differently, even decluttering your house. Because if you declutter your house or even declutter one room, that helps to free up your mind so you're a lot more focused. So that's what we did for the 7-day challenge. And guess what? One of the people who's sitting here in this studio with us, whose name starts with a D, was one of our winners.
Hey!
Woo, woo, woo!
High five.
I guess you figured it out.
Yes.
So Donyshia was one of our winners.
That's cool.
So, just seeing that even people close to me, believe in the journey, that helps to inspire me to really know that what I'm doing, we're on the right path. And we're making little changes because it's starting with us, and then it's spreading to our families, it's spreading to our friends. And I think along the journey, we're picking up people, and we're truly developing the Fit Doc Wellness community.
Well, you've got some great relationships, and you can tell. And it's funny because I really think that helps with the accountability. Mm-hmm. Because if I know you and I like you and I know you're going to check up on me, but not in a punitive way, you're really interested. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hold myself that much more accountable.
Mm-hmm. And that's really funny that you said that because I admit I don't know everything. So one of the ladies who I went to high school with, she actually posted like, okay, so Dr. Reed, like, what's the best Fitbit to get? And I was like, I'm not a Fitbit wearer, but I just said, okay, can somebody help her? And then one lady, she's been commenting since the last 2 days about the different types of Fitbits. And she said, you can even use your phone if you can't get a Fitbit. And then the lady's like, well, what if I can't get my phone? I don't always have my phone. And then she gave her another idea to use. So it's truly an accountability group. And it's not just here in New York. It is truly international because we even have somebody from Curacao. That's how far it reaches, yes.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. We're trying. We're going to convert you pretty soon.
Yes. All right. I'm on my way.
That's a challenge right there. That's a challenge right there. So for some of our listeners out there, if they're, college students or some young person, looking to, find, what's next for them in life. You know, you mentioned that you had some doctors that influenced you very early on. What advice would you give them, you know, to, you know, if they decided to go on either the journey in the medical profession or the physical fitness and mental journey?
Well, the one thing that you need to do is find somebody in a field that you're interested in. So any and everybody knows, and my patients will tell you that I'm always having somebody shadow me. So there's no harm with you coming and spending a couple of hours with me just to see if maybe you want to be a doctor. I've had a couple of students that have come from high school and college thinking they want to be a doctor. And then the moment that they see somebody get a needle, they've passed out.
Oh, goodness.
But
not for you, then.
No, seriously. It's happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
Or you're standing in the room and they start to get hot and they're like, you know, Dr. Reed, can I just step out a second? So certain aspects that they get exposed to now is helping them to realize, you know what, maybe that's not what I want to do. Right. Maybe I want to go into a different aspect. And then you have to keep in mind that everyone that you talk to, they are part of a journey, and they have connections, and they can also refer you to other people. So if I see that a patient is interested in being an accountant, I'll say, well, have you shadowed an accountant? No, I haven't. Well, I was like, you know what? I have a patient that I know who doesn't mind talking to students that maybe I can put you in contact with them. So it's all about relationships.
Now, I know this is going to be a little hard, but I'd like to leave our listeners with maybe a good, simple, maybe top 3 things that they should strongly consider to getting on a better path to fitness. So what would you be able to give us maybe
what's your
a
top three to convert Ray?
Top 3 tips.
The first thing is, of course, to register for the retreat.
Okay.
And that would be fitdocretreat.com, because you need to, number one, make yourself a priority.
Okay, so that's number 1.
Yes.
Make yourself a priority and register for the retreat.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But then make yourself a priority, so much so that every day you take time to do something just for you.
Okay.
And it could be...
My wife will tell you I have no problem with that.
well, I'm not talking about sleeping. I'm talking about you doing something physically fit, active. Because we should have at least 150 minutes of exercise a week, which you think is not really that much. But every day, take the time to do something that is just focused on you.
Okay.
And I think another tip would be is to make sure that you surround yourself with like-minded people. So if someone sees that you're walking around with a bottle of water all the time, and they're like, why are you always drinking that water? And if you tell them why you're drinking the water and they keep shutting you down, avoid them. Because we need to get rid of people who are toxic to us.
Gotcha.
Toxic people, avoid. Toxic relationships, avoid. Toxic work environments, avoid. Because that all affects your health.
Gotcha.
And I would also recommend we need sleep. 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
That's something I got to work on. Surrounding myself with good people. I mean, I'm obviously doing that right. Sleep, I don't know.
Yes. I mean, 9 hours of sleep is too much. Studies show that it can mess with your memory, but 7 to 8 hours of sleep is good.
That sounds good to me. So I'll leave you with DB's philosophy. Strength does not come from the physical capacity. It comes from the indomitable will. Gandhi.
Thank you very much. We'd like to thank you for being with us, Dr. Reed.
Yes, thank you so much.
We want to thank you for being with us. My name is Ray Schwetz, along with Donyshia Boston Hill, your co-host and producers. The creative director of Tower Talk Business Radio is Rudy Breedy. This is an NCC Foundation Business Leaders Council production. Visit ncc.edu/WHPC for more information. Available on iHeartRadio as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcast, and Spreaker. This has been Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. We'll talk with you next week.